Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Wrong fan. Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Still not the right fan. Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! There it is. Beast! Trash fan. Perfect for a Colleen Ballinger video. I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. Da, na, 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 na. The album. Peter, Dad, shimmy, shimmy, and 24 hours ago, I wanna be sedated. Boost. A little Ramones for you today. Little Ramones for you. I was thinking of that song as I was watching Colleen Ballinger play with her rocks and make jokes about her cancellation due to all of her problematic behavior, which I said was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I actually gave it like another year or two. I didn't think it would happen this soon, which proves how little Colleen Ballinger has learned in the last year. And I was watching this stuff happen over the last week and some of her videos, and I was like, this is very, very interesting what she's doing, right? And I knew this was going to go one way or the other. I knew this was going to go one way or the other, and I should have put my money on that this was going to be the way that it went, that it was just going to all be this big joke, because this is kind of what influencers are known to do. Let's just turn it into a joke, and then 3 years later, we're like doing ukulele videos, and the whole thing's a joke, and everybody's forgotten about it, and things like that. I mean, you can't really tell from her comment section of her video because she blocks anybody that has anything constructive to say to her whatsoever. You cannot leave one comment on a Colleen Ballinger video. I will tell you this, Colleen, is that you're losing so many subscribers and your views are for shit right now that you might want to let people either just ban the comments on your videos, but stop blocking those people, okay? Because those are people that are still giving you a view. You might not want to, like, screw the views that you're still getting. So let me tell you what happened, okay? First of all, I have filmed the intro so many times because it is so hot and humid in Indianapolis. It is like still like 90 degrees outside, and it is so hot and humid, and I started filming the video, and every time I would film it, it's like when we go on vacation, it was like the humidity, just like, you couldn't even see me. The camera was so fogged up. So yes, for you, I filmed the intro 3 times with 3 different fans until I got to the trash can. So let me tell you how this video is being made tonight, okay? This video is being sponsored by Peace and Serenity, okay? And Peace and Serenity is what I find when I'm sitting there with my husband watching The Real Housewives of Dubai, and then I get ready to go take a walk. And that's what we were doing tonight. We were watching The Real Housewives of Dubai, getting all caught up and all that kind of stuff, right? And so I was like, I think I'm going to take a walk because I got an hour and a half left of my audiobook. I've been taking a walk every single night. I've been going later at night because it's cooler, because it's so hot and humid and stuff like that, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm going to take my walk, and I was getting ready to take my walk, and I was just kind of going through my social media stuff, but I check it every couple hours, you know, and I was going through my Instagram, and Spill Some Tea With Me tagged me in this post, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting, because I was going to make a video, I had it on my list in a couple days, about Colleen Ballinger, because Colleen Ballinger had put this video out a couple days ago, and I saw that. And then I was going through her videos, I was looking at her reviews, which are for shit, but we'll get to that in just a second. And I was going through all her videos, and she actually posted a video almost on the date of the anniversary of Cody Rant's video coming out last year. It was like almost exactly to the date of that, and when Adam McIntyre started addressing, you know, all this stuff that had happened to him with Colleen Ballinger and things like that. And I was like, okay, this is so sick and so twisted, and number one, this proves that a grown, almost 40-year-old woman, okay, that's also a mother, and uses her children for every single video that she does, right? So here's a grown adult and a mother that can take no responsibility whatsoever, and to her fan base that gave her everything that she has, you know, like she can make no apologies, take no accountability, not even hint at that, right? No, it's the other side of that. It's like, what do we do with that? Let's turn it into a joke, because victim stories are really funny, right? And even in an era where, you know, people take victim stories very, very seriously, apparently Colleen Ballinger doesn't. Apparently Colleen Ballinger feels like the victim in this whole situation. Now, the comments that she will let go on her videos are things when people say things like, I'm so sorry for what you went through in the last year, Colleen. I hope that you're healing from this situation. What about the victims? Do y'all not care about the victims that she hurt? She was a grown adult when she was doing those things, right? But I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, I was on the Instagram. Well, actually, I was drinking the rest of my iced coffee that I was drinking during my vlog. Had to upload my vlog, got my vlog posted, all that kind of stuff, getting ready to take my walk. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look through some stuff before I take a walk. So I was finishing the rest of my iced coffee, all the ice melting there, you know, things like that. And so I was like looking through this stuff. And I didn't even get a sip of that. Damn it. Can't we have nice things? So anyway, I saw this and I was like, okay, I'm going to make a video about this before I even go on a walk. Then I don't have to make a drama video tomorrow because then I'll have my drama video already filmed. Welcome to Jen. We are out on the front porch doing videos out here and stuff like that. People all the time, they say, I wouldn't be able to stand being one of Peter Monn's neighbors, blah, blah, blah. This is the total, the polarity of the comments that I get. I either get people that say, I couldn't imagine being Peter Monn's neighbor and all that yelling and screaming on the front porch. I literally ask my neighbors, they never hear me, okay? My neighbor next door that we share a wall, she's like, I never hear you out on that front porch, ever. She's like, I never hear you out there. My neighbors around here, I'll be like, I was filming last night, did you hear me? No, didn't hear you, never hear you, right? The other comment that I get, right, that's one side of the comment. The overwhelming amount of comments that I get is that people say to me, I wish I was Peter Monn's neighbor. I love that so much. Won't you be my neighbor? I wish you were my neighbor too. We could come over here. We wouldn't play with rocks like Colleen Ballinger. If you want to play with rocks, you can go over and hang out with Colleen Ballinger, okay? I played with rocks and then I got sober. That's why I don't play with rocks no more, okay? So anyway, I was like, oh, I'm going to sit over here in this chair. I'm going to wear this shirt that I've been wearing for 2 days and things like that. People ask me where I got this shirt. It's a Jeep shirt. It's like a vintage Jeep shirt. I got it from Abercrombie. They're graphic tees. Abercrombie's got the best graphic tees. But I sat down here and I was like, this hose is hanging down here. Like, let me pull up my hose. Hold on a second. So I was watering my plants. I got my hose right here. Here she is. Got the hose. Oh, she's still dripping some water. We'll leave her over there. So I got the hose hanging underneath me and all this kind of stuff. It's hot as sin, okay? It is hotter than a sinner on a church on Sunday. And baby, I ought to know, okay? I ought to know. It is so hot out here today. We got Fernalicious with us in the house. Everybody say hi to Fernalicious. She made it through the winter. Now, she got a little bit of a haircut, okay? So the back of her, it's not doing good, okay? But I was like gonna get another fern and hang her up there. And I thought, no, Fernalicious has been with us through a whole summer and a whole winter now. She's gonna hang up there. She's doing a little bit better. She is. I love Fernalicious so much. But then I got her a little sister. So I got her little sister right here. This is Farrah. Say hi to Farrah. Hey, Farrah, how are you? I got her at Trader Joe's. She's doing real good, you know. But anyway, and then I want to get 2 more ferns, okay? And I want to get a fern, and people recommended these names for me. I think they're so cute. I want to get these. See, I do take suggestions from people, unlike Colleen Ballinger. But somebody suggested that I should get a fern and name him, get her a little brother, and name him Fernadad. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. I love that so much. And then somebody else said that I should get an older sister for all of them that'd be like sisters, you know, with older sisters, you know, with Fernalicious, and that we would name her Bernie or Fernice, like Bernice, but Fernice. I was like, oh, I gotta get me 2 more ferns because those names are too good. Can you see how much sun I've gotten from being at the pool and things like that? So anyway, before I got to all this, sitting with the hose and watering the plants and all this kind of stuff, I was sitting there inside, okay? I sure wasn't thinking about Colleen Ballinger, I can tell you that right now. I knew I was going to make this Colleen Ballinger video in a couple days. I'd already kind of put some things together because she did this video called my cringy aunt. I don't think she called herself that in this video. Cringy person plays with slimes. I'm like, girl, you and Shane Dawson are the only adults playing with slimes. That is so embarrassing, okay? So anyway, she did this video. I was going to make a video about that and talk about all this kind of stuff. And that's when I started looking in to what was going on with Colleen Ballinger today. I was kind of surprised by this one video that she put out. Well, now, she done doubled down. I'm not surprised at all, okay? So I got tagged by this thing on Spill Some Tea With Me. Now, if you don't know who Spill Some Tea With Me is, Spill Some Tea, people think it's me. Other people have said it's Adam McIntyre. It's not. It's actually this gal that did all of my merch designs for me years ago. Hey, girl, how are you? I don't know if she wants to be called out by her first name, but I won't do that, okay? But I love her so much, and she gives me so much tea, and I just want to say I appreciate it, okay? If it wasn't for that Spill Some Tea With Me account, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now, girl. I'll probably be doing them true crime videos y'all been asking for, okay? But anyway, I told you yesterday was a real sad sob story of the video, okay, about some changes that are coming over here. Everybody's like, when the changes come? I said, I don't know. The changes might come in December, okay? We just don't know. Change happens when change happens. I might wake up tomorrow and be like, oh no, I'm done. I'm done talking about all this BS, okay? So anyway, but I will say, I think it's important to continue to keep this story alive. Like, here's a serious moment for a second, okay? You know, in the last year, and I actually talked about this in my video, well, I filmed it earlier today, but we'll just call it yesterday. It's not midnight yet. What time is it right now? It is 11:26 p.m. So, I actually earlier today filmed this video and I was talking about like some changes that I wanted to make to my channel, and I wanted to talk about this, and I was talking about how back in the day I used to do all these funny haha videos where I'm flipping videos or flipping fans and stuff like that. Listen, if Colleen Ballinger is going to get in a video and she's going to make jokes about the allegations of hurting kids, okay, then I'm going to flip a fan at the beginning of my video. I'm not going to sit down here every single time I talk about Colleen Ballinger and be so serious, okay? I think y'all deserve a laugh too, okay? At her expense is what I think. But in that video, I explained that like drama commentary has changed for me over the years. Like when I first started doing it, you know, it was a lot about like flipping fans, making people laugh, doing jokes and stuff like that. And then it started getting really serious, and that was around the time of the James Charles initial allegations. Now, I didn't cover a lot of that at that time. And so many people were like, Peter, why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about this? And I thought, this is so dark. I mean, this like, this seediness of this influencer world, like, I did not sign up for this as a drama commentary channel, okay? I was talking about people releasing pallets a day apart, rolling eyes at meet and greets. That's not even that nice, right? But this is not what I signed up for, okay? I did not sign up for James Charles hitting on a bunch of minors and things like that, and DMs, taking no responsibility and all that kind of stuff, and everybody being okay with it. The masses being okay with it. Now, my people that watch my videos, no, we all know, okay? We know the truth. And so I didn't really cover it at that time. When the Colleen Ballinger thing, I mean, I would mention it here and there, okay? Like when he lost 1 million subscribers overnight. I think it was 3 million he lost, or it was 1 million over 3 days or something like that. But I would mention it here and there. I'd reference it. But I never did like full videos back in the day, right? And people would ask me, they'd say, Peter, you have a good voice of reason about this stuff with some life experience. Why don't you share on this? Why don't you talk about it, right? And I didn't. At all. And you know what's interesting about it is, in retrospect, is that the people that did cover that at that time, they got so much hate and negative. I forgot why I don't film videos out here late at night anymore. Them damn planes flying overhead. It's like James Kennedy and Allie's house in Vanderpump Rules. Y'all watch that. They live by the airport. I don't even live by the airport. I don't know why it's so loud over here. But they live in Burbank. They live by the airport, and so you can always hear planes flying over their house and things like that. I love James Kennedy and that Allie and Vanderpump Rules so much, don't you? I mean, that Vanderpump Rules is over. I'm so done with that show, you know. But I just did a video on my Peter Watches TV channel today about all my final thoughts on The Valley from season 1, because I just got done with that 2 weeks ago or something like that. Now I'm on to Survivor. I'm watching Survivor and Sister Wives. I'm getting ready to start Sister Wives from season 1. That's beside the point. But anyway, so, wait, is that a bug up there? What you doing up there? Hey, girl. She do. So anyway, you know, so I, you know, I do really feel like I'm just kind of sitting on the front porch talking to my girlfriend. Hey, how are you, girl? It's so good to see you. We ain't hung out in a long time. So anyway, I was explaining this video. Hold on, I need a sip. It is hot as sin out here. Damn it! That just splashed all over my face. Well, let's just rub it in and make a little highlighter on my cheeks and things like that. It's coffee, you know? Got a couple of different uses. It'll also make you poop if you drink a lot of it, just so you know, okay? Did y'all hear the story about me with the magnesium? Okay, so I've been drinking these drinks that have magnesium in them. They're supposed to relax you. I think I talked about this in a vlog, maybe, so I haven't shared it over here with you. But I drank it this one night, right? It's supposed to, like, relax your legs. People told me to get this magnesium powder stuff to, like, relax your legs, okay? Well, it does work, right? But I drank it the first night, and, like, on the, like, 2 hours in or something like that, my stomach started going, bloop, bloop. I was like, what is going on with my stomach? No connection whatsoever, right? I mean, it moves real slow up here. Okay, so the next night, okay, that was not a pretty night. The next night, I'm like feeling great, everything like that, right? And I mixed up my little magnesium powder drink, you know, and all this kind of stuff that I bought off the Amazon, and I'm sitting there, and about 2 hours later, there I am watching some TV show, and my stomach all of a sudden is like, my legs are calm as shit, right? But my stomach's like, bloop, 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 and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, what is going on, hell's bells, right? So, not a pretty night that night either. TMI, okay? But there was a lot of running going to the bathroom to the couch, okay? Let's just say that. So, then the third night, I'm sitting there, and I'm still not, it's not connecting up here, okay? It's not connecting at all. You know back in the day, like when you were in school, and the teacher would say, like, put your name on a paper. If you don't put your name on the paper, like, that's the first, I always forget to put my name on papers and things like that. I think that's probably why I almost failed out of school. Because I forgot, I am trash for that. I mean, if you don't know how to put your own damn paper on it, I mean, ow, damn it, Janet. I did learn, though. I did learn how to put my name on a paper, okay? So, yes, I did graduate. But anyway, so, oh, that highlighter feels so nice. That coffee. Do I look a little, does it look a little, is it bacon yet? Okay, hold on a second. Let's let it bake. Okay, so, what was I saying? What was I talking about now? I was talking about when I used to do those videos back in the day, but I didn't do the videos and cover the James Charles thing. But in retrospect, what's interesting about that, right, is that at that time, I can remember the people that were covering it. Ashley Kyle was one of the people, and I would talk to her at the time, right? She got so much hate for those videos that she was talking about James Charles. Now, a lot of people agreed with her. A lot of people were like, yeah, this is scandalous. He needs to deal with this. He needs to address this and things like that. But she got a massive amount of hate, okay? And I remember the other people that were covering James Charles back then, they got a lot of hate too, right? And I didn't really speak much about it. I don't know why I didn't connect that till later, you know? Then last summer, the Colleen Ballinger allegations came out. Cody Rants released their video, and then Adam McIntyre responded to it, and then it's been nonstop ever since then, right? I think that one thing that's important to remember is when Colleen Ballinger wants to play the victim in all of this, is that Adam McIntyre initially said that if he just received a public and a private apology from Colleen Ballinger, and his parents did as well, that he would never make another video about it. Adam McIntyre at this point has addressed it so many times, rightfully so, okay? That all she would have had to have done is got into one video and say, Adam, to you and your parents, I apologize. That's it. He didn't say what the apology had to say or anything. That's all she had to say. She could have slipped it into the last 5 seconds of a video. That woman is so filled with ego, arrogance, and pride that she can't even do that, okay? A grown adult that is raising children in this world. She can't even do that. And listen, don't come for me. I'm going to say what I want to say because that woman is using her children to make money off of her vlog channel, okay? And I think there's a real sickness when it comes to family vlogging channels. And if you think that Colleen Ballinger isn't a family vlogging channel, then you better check yourself, okay? Because every video, she's either got her kids in it or she's got them in the thumbnail. She is a family vlogging channel on top of everything else. So here you have a family vlogging channel, okay? This is like that Sam and Nia that were in that Ashley Madison documentary. They're a Christian family vlogging channel, and he's in an Ashley Madison documentary talking about how he got exposed for cheating on his wife. Not just with Ashley Madison, okay, but going to strip clubs. Listen, I don't care. I got a lot of friends of mine that, you know, I got a lot of married friends of mine that go to strip clubs. I've had a lot of friends of mine that have worked in strip clubs. Listen, okay? I don't judge, okay? But when you go sit there and act like you're a Christian family vlogging channel and you're Christian and God saved me and all that kind of bullshit, okay? And then you're going to strip clubs, you're hitting on your wife's best friend to the point where she don't even want to be friends with her anymore. That's what you get out of them Christian family vlogging channels, okay? Now here we got another family vlogging channel, Colleen Ballinger, that's showing and using her kids for all her videos, and she done hurt a bunch of kids, okay? Can somebody please fucking make sense to me about that? I mean, break out your calculator and do your, I don't know, your finite math and your chemistry on the calculator. You don't do no chemistry on the calculator, I don't think. Never took that class. But I don't know, okay? But can somebody do that math for me and figure that out about how you have a family vlogging channel that she done hurt a bunch of kids and ask kids about their sexual positions and first periods and shit like that? She's gonna have her 10-year-old daughter on her video asking her about her first period and things like that. Lord help us, okay? That day comes, she'd probably keep on making vlogs, girl, about making rocks and singing to Taylor Swift and going to concerts and all this kind of stuff. She don't get it. I'm going to tell you right now, the way that she has responded to everything that has happened in the last year to me, I don't even really, to be honest with you, I don't think it's that calculated. I don't really even think it's that smart, okay? I think she is so delusional that she really thinks she didn't fucking do anything wrong, because any adult out there would feel bad about what had happened, okay? Some way. Any influencer out there, if they had a mass amount of followers, of fans that had paid their bills, that were disappointed in them, even if they didn't even know the whole truth about it, would at least want to address that and say, I feel really bad about this whole situation, and I'm going to try to rectify it any way I can. That's been demanded of drama channels since I've been on for 8 years, okay? So the fact that people want to sit there and say, I got a hate boner for Colleen Ballinger, I got a hate boner for James Charles. No, I don't. I have a hate boner for groomers, if you want to know the truth. I think that they need to be dealt with, okay? And I think that they need to take some responsibility for their actions, okay? And if you don't like that word, I don't know what to tell you. Go look at the definition of that word and it fits, okay? So people don't like that word. They don't like the word predator. What words do you want me to use, okay? An adult woman that's trying to have sexual conversations with minors. What do you call that? What do you call an adult that's trying to have sexual conversations with minors to get them to send them nudes? What do you call that? I don't know what words you want me to use. Leave it in the comment section below, and going forward, I will only use that word, okay? For anybody out there, what do you want me to call that? I don't know what y'all want me to call that word, okay? But Colleen Ballinger and the Duggar family, that's all her brothers and sisters. Yeah, the Duggars out there, you know, that's Colleen Ballinger and all of her family members that have also hurt people and co-signed Colleen Ballinger and all her bullshit and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I didn't make videos about James Charles. I mean, I made videos about James Charles, but not about the allegations and stuff like that. I'd make a video here and there, but I never extensively covered it. People are always like, oh, you hate James Charles so much. I never came out and talked about it until last year, okay? And the reason why I started talking about James Charles, little did I know that that Cosmopolitan article was going to come out, okay? Where he's going to say, oh, please uncancel me. And his $10 million home getting millions of views per video on TikTok, and everybody's screaming his praises. Girl, can you show me where you were canceled, please? Can you show me the Burger King, McDonald's, White Castle, Crystals, or Taco Bell that you are working at to pay your bills and that you had to sell your home, your Tesla, and everything else? Can you show me that cancellation, please? I would like to see that cancellation, okay? I have not seen that cancellation, so when these people want to talk about being canceled, okay, Shane Dawson talking about being canceled, this ain't about Shane Dawson today, but people like Shane Dawson talking about being canceled, they own a ranch in California and a working farm in Colorado. Y'all don't know how much these things cost. These are millions of dollars, okay, to keep these things running. It's not just about buying it, okay, it's the air conditioning, the heat, the feed for the animals, on the decorations for Christmas, on and on and on, okay? Colleen Ballinger's talking about downsizing a while ago. She ain't done it yet. She's still living in this house and things like that. Show me the cancellation. Can somebody please show me the cancellation to all these people when they want to talk about how canceled they are and all this kind of stuff? No, you're not. You are not. You are not working at the Five Below and then going and turning around, getting your kids into bed and trying to find babysitters that are cheap enough so that that you can go to the Taco Bell or a bar to serve drinks to men that are hitting on you all night long. But you know who is? Your fans that have supported you for years and years and years, Colleen, okay? Those people are working 2 jobs and dealing with people that they don't want to deal with on a daily basis to put food on their table and a roof over their kids' heads, okay? And those are the people that have followed you for years and years and years, and all your delusional bullshit, okay? Those are the people out there. Those are the real ass people, all right? So don't sing me this song about cancellation and her cancellation and blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit to me is what it is, okay? So when Colleen Ballinger and all this stuff came out, I saw this a mile ahead, all right? I already saw where this was going. And I was like, oh, this is very similar to James Charles. So that's when I started talking about James Charles, right? Because I was like, oh, well, the same thing that happened with James Charles is the same thing that's going to happen to Colleen Ballinger. There's going to be no apology. He made the video, then took it down, never since has really addressed it. The only times James Charles ever addresses what happened in the past is when he victimizes himself. And it's like, oh, poor me, all these people were out to get me. James Charles, with something like 100 million followers across all of his platforms, Some kid sitting in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the United States that's 14 years old, oh yeah, James, he was trying to take you down. That one 14-year-old with your millions of people that you have following to you, but you explained to us, James Charles, that you understood the power differential, okay? So ask me this. Get your calculator out and do your chemistry again on this, okay? Who has more power in a situation like that? A 16-year-old, some random straight guy that James Charles is trying to coerce into thinking that they're bisexual, or James Charles that has 100 million followers across multiple platforms and gets millions of views on everything that he posts? Who has the power in that situation? Cry me a fucking river, James Charles, okay? You made the choices, now deal with the consequences of it. But they don't. And so what happens is, 3 years, 4 years later, James Charles is testing $100,000 cars on TikTok and everybody's living for it, and he doesn't know which car to buy, and he's putting down a Porsche because he's so entitled that he's like, this Porsche is shitty and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. Don't quote me, those aren't his exact words. I just watch stuff people send to me. I don't follow James Charles like that anymore. But anyways, test driving all these expensive cars. People are like, oh, I love these car videos. And you're talking about a guy, okay, that was abusing his power to manipulate kids that weren't even old enough to drive a car, okay? And now you got James Charles trying these things out in cars. But, oh, James Charles, I got things to talk about with James Charles, because he done messed up a couple times again this week. So anyway, that was why I started covering James Charles last summer, was because I was like, listen, we need to talk about and revisit James Charles so that history doesn't repeat itself. Because here we are years later, right? James Charles has a thriving career, okay? Just launched a new brand last year, put out multiple products from that brand, is still getting millions of views on everything that he posts, still getting sponsorships, people are still endorsing him left and right? And he's surrounded by all these people. Now, people really took an issue to the fact that I talked about predator protectors, okay? People did not like that word. Oh, you're coming so hard on these people, blah, blah, blah. If at the time that this had happened with James Charles, if all these people that were his friends that were surrounding him came out and said, okay, I love James Charles, he is a friend of mine, and he has been good to me, but I cannot stand behind the stuff that he did, all right? And I can no longer support him until he comes out and takes full accountability, gets some therapy, takes a look at the wrongs that he's done, and apologizes and leaves it up, okay? I can tell you right now, if the brands did that, if the friends did that, and they surrounded all of this whole situation, James Charles wouldn't have the career that he's having today, okay? Now, I'm not saying that James Charles doesn't deserve to have a career. I think his victims deserve an appropriate apology and that James Charles deserves to change, okay? You know, it's interesting that when I say things, people always think it comes from a point of hate. No, what it comes from is a point that I wish James Charles would have actually done some work on himself and taken some accountability for his actions authentically and tried to really change himself, because it would have been good for the victims that were hurt. In his words, his victims, he said that, okay? He said that first before anybody else said that. So his victims might have found some closure through that, number one. Number two, instead of blaming themselves, like in the Cosmopolitan article, where they want to blame it on an underage victim and say, well, one victim came forward and said that he had apologized to James. Why is that a minor's responsibility to apologize to the person that was demonstrating predatory behavior towards them? Don't forget, James Charles apologized to those people and then took that video down. So that video has no credence today because he took that video down, right? So those are his words that he's using, right? When people take huge issue with that. If James Charles had done that, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be talking about this today. People are like, yes, you would. No, I wouldn't. If James Charles had authentically shown what work he did and how he had changed so that more people in the future weren't hurt, I wouldn't take issue with it. My issue is James Charles learned nothing from that. I proved that in a video that I did just 2 days ago. So my concern is that in the future, history repeats itself. Lessons are repeated until they are learned. If James Charles didn't learn anything from it, people are going to be hurt again. That's my concern, okay? James Charles might be hurt from this whole situation. Y'all have no idea how deep this might go at some point, right? So that's concerning to me. Well, when the Colleen Ballinger situation came out, I thought, I was sitting back here and I'm watching all of it go by and I'm like, here we are. It's going to be 3 or 4 years later and it's going to be the same situation. And swear to God, I said in videos, okay? I said, what's going to happen is all these people are going to unfriend Colleen Ballinger, but then they're going to slowly start friending her again. Colleen Ballinger will get in a video and she'll be the first person to make a joke, okay, on her side of the camp about the ukulele and making fun of the situation. And then what she'll do is that will be giving it leverage for everybody else to make a joke about it. And then 3 years down the road, her and Joey Graceffa are going to be sitting in a video playing ukuleles together, right? Well, it just started, okay? This just started. The lack of taking responsibility was the first part. She's had a year. If she wasn't going to do it in the year, she ain't going to do it at all. So we're never going to hear that apology come from Colleen Ballinger. That's just not going to happen, okay? So she's had a year to rectify the situation and come out, and she hasn't. Now, the reason why, I think this is going to stop in a second. Hold on. Okay, the reason why I was comparing this to the James Charles situation with the jokes and the friends and things like that, right, is because when Toddy Westbrook came out with her video, because she was the beginning of all this, and then she didn't want to clean it up at the end, and so she just let James Charles run off into the sunset of success, and she never called him out on anything again. I'm hoping Miss Toddy comes out, okay, now this court case is closed, and she might say a few things that will educate some people on it, and things like that. But anyway, the problem was that James Charles, when he first got called out by Toddy Westbrook, and she said time and place, okay? And you did it at my birthday dinner, and that's like the most, you know, catchphrase from Dramageddon and all that kind of stuff. What she was referring to was him talking sexual talk, okay, at her birthday dinner with friends and family, and that he was trying to hit on this straight waiter. Toddy says in that video, James, he's straight. And James basically said, I can get anybody that I want. Okay, I don't know why we need so many history lessons on this. And people are just like, what, who cares, blah, 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 whatever, okay? It's problematic as hell. Well, that was serious, right? Like, at that time, James Charles would never have made a joke, okay, about time and place, or, you know, what did Toddy say, sucking this and sucking that, or something like that, or, and you did it at my birthday dinner. He would never have joked about that, okay? Year and a half, 2 years later, somebody's handing him a birthday cake, and on the birthday cake, it says, and you did it at my birthday dinner. Oh, not only that, his friends have continued to surround him and support his career, okay? Those friends that now think it's real cute to block me and then want to come over to my videos on fake accounts, girl, I got you blocked a mile away, okay, Miss Sass Ass. So anyway, those people, there's like 3 or 4 of them, they want to put up pictures on their Instagram and other places and TikToks and of the cake, and they want to make references to it and think it's funny and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, this is exactly what happened with James Charles. This is how James Charles was not held accountable for his actions. It's crazy to me that we live in a world where people demand so much from influencers over so little, but James Charles, who had some of the most massive allegations against him, okay? He was having sexually inappropriate conversations with minors. That I'm thinking that if in 2024, if what happened to James Charles then, if Toddy's video was released now, not then, I'm not entirely sure that James Charles would have a career 3 years from now. You know, it was a different world just 4 or 5 years ago, right? But he got away with it. And what James knows from that is, I can get away with anything. That's how he feels, right? That's where the sense of entitlement comes. So my fear was, if we don't continue to talk about Colleen Ballinger, and we don't continue to bring attention to this, and we don't continue to fight for justice for the victims and allow their stories to be heard, and make sure that, you know, that all these people out there that have shared their stories, you know, if we don't continue to talk about them, you know, like Adam McIntyre with Colleen Ballinger, or Becky, and she just put out a tweet and said that she doesn't care if people talk about this, that in the past she didn't want videos thrown up about her, but she doesn't care anymore. That if Becky's story isn't heard about how she was embarrassed at Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger is slowly hinting out Miranda Sings again. She's gonna bring Miranda Sings again out, okay? And when she does, and enough time has gone out for her sitting in time out, trust me, 2 to 3 years down the road, she gonna bring Miranda Sings live back out again. She's gonna do another show, okay? And Becky's story of embarrassment and shame and fear of walking out of that place is gonna be lost, right? That's why these stories are important to continue to tell. Or Oliver's story, okay, about his interactions with Colleen Ballinger's brother, okay? Trent Duggar over there, right? Because they're all the Duggar family. They're all just protecting each other. What for? For money, okay? Oh, her sister has a family vlogging channel too? You don't say. You know, I went back, I think last year sometime, and I went back and I looked at Colleen Ballinger's earliest videos. And actually her videos start, if you go back, they start with Rachel, okay? They don't really start with Colleen. They start with Rachel. Rachel was the one that wanted to be the superstar, okay? Then Colleen started doing all this kind of stuff, and they did these small skits together. So does it surprise me that all these years later, we have a sister that has a family vlogging channel, Colleen Ballinger, that's offended all these minors, and she has a family vlogging channel. They support each other, and they protect their brother that's hurt Oliver, and maybe many other people, okay? No, it doesn't surprise me at all. The fact that more people aren't talking about it, that's what surprises me, okay? The fact that it's been a year out, and people don't want anybody to talk about it anymore, right? Well, let me just tell you, when I talked about that my friends that received a lot of hate in the past from talking about James Charles, when I started talking about Colleen Ballinger and James Charles in this last year, it was doubled that. I mean, I was so blown away. And also seeing the victims like Becky and Oliver and Adam McIntyre receive death threats, receive hate, the most vicious names, all out of protection for an online influencer that you are never going to meet in your entire life. You know, at the risk of maybe if you do at a meet and greet or a live show that they're going to embarrass you or shame you to the point that you're afraid to leave the venue, like Becky. And nobody sees this, and people are willing to call these kids the most vicious names online, send them death threats, grown adults. I have seen grown women and men underneath these threads, right? Women that have children, all right, that are their ages, saying the most horrific shit. You know, I don't know about you, but like maybe some things don't need to be said. Or maybe some things don't need to be said to that person. You love Colleen Ballinger that much. You hate this situation so much and you still stand on the side of Colleen Ballinger. Fine, do you, okay? But there is no reason why you need to share that with everybody else that's gone through her bullshit, okay? And take them down a peg. Like, that is some painful bullshit. I don't think people even realize what those kids went through. You know, Adam McIntyre shared his videos and people were like, oh, he made a lot of money off of it. Damn straight, I hope he did. I hope Adam McIntyre can buy a house in Bel Air, a house in Switzerland, and a house in wherever he wants, okay? And can travel constantly and everything off of this. Somebody deserves to make a little bit more money off of the hate that Colleen Ballinger sent their way, okay? Becky and Oliver, they didn't make anything off of this. They just shared their stories. Now they're trying to live their lives, you know, in the shadow of everything that happened. What did they gain from it? I don't see any book coming out. I don't see them starting channels and sharing I don't see all that, right? So people are always like, well, they're in it to take down Colleen Ballinger. Really? 3 people are trying to take down Colleen Ballinger? You know, there's other victims as well that have shared their stories, but it's not like it's 1,000. The fans of Colleen Ballinger that have protected Colleen Ballinger against them, I mean, you want to talk about the power differential again? So my fear was always that Colleen Ballinger in 3 to 4 years was going to get away with this. I even said this in videos. Watch, 3 to 4 years ago, her ukulele video, that ridiculous video that people call an apology video, that you can't even find an apology in that video, where she's playing the song and all this kind of stuff and says, the only thing I've ever groomed is my cats. Remember that. That's important. That ukulele video, that's such a effing joke at this point, okay? I said, at some point, Colleen Ballinger is going to make a joke about that ukulele video, which opens the door for all of her friends to make jokes about it as well. And then 3 years down the road, it's birthday cakes with ukuleles on them, okay? Just like James Charles. Well, I'm sitting there tonight, minding my own business, watching, you know, Caroline Stansberry on The Real Housewives of Dubai. I love her so much, don't you? I love Chanel Ayan, too. She's going to be in the next season of Traitors. If y'all want to keep up with my TV watching, go over to my Peter Watches TV channel. So anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, got done with all that and I'm scrolling through here and I'm looking, and Spill Some Tea With Me tagged me in this thing, and it was this video of Colleen Ballinger, and she's playing the ukulele. And I'm like, is this an old video? Because I can't believe that she would drag out that old ukulele again and make a joke about it. And so I read this. I didn't watch it right away. I just read hold on a second. I just read it's from this video that she just posted like 6 hours ago called Making a Pickle Pizza, okay? So I go over here and I'm looking at, hold on a second, this Spill Some Tea With Me thing, and here's what they posted. I know you can't see it, but anyway, I always show up shit in the videos nobody can. Listen, okay, on a good day I might post a receipt or two. On a day where I'm feeling real good, this is what you get, okay? It's like old school days. So she posts a video of this like a minute clip of Colleen Ballinger playing this ukulele. And underneath here, she says, Colleen is back at it again, trying to make jokes about her ukulele apology video. Oliver, a victim of Colleen's and her brother, tweets out about it. Okay? And I'm like, oh, what is this? And Oliver tweets out, girl, why are you trying to act like you made that joke? You're not funny, babes, and none of us are laughing with you. Also glad to know you think it's funny and that you have no remorse. Okay? And he puts these pictures up there. And I'm like, That's exactly it, right? Like, why is it to the Colleen Ballinger super fans and that they don't see that she has no remorse? So I'm like, I want to go over and I want to watch this video, okay? So I go over, put it on 2x speed. I could not make it through it. I just couldn't, okay? 24 hours ago, I want to be sedated. Listen, I have been sober for over 29 years, okay? But watching Colleen Ballinger makes me want to be sedated, okay? Or sick, or even take a walk in the 90-degree heat, okay? More than watch a Colleen Ballinger video. I just cannot stomach that woman. So the only reason I watched it was for you, okay? Tip me greatly. So it was all for you, okay? Everything I do is for you. So I go over here and I watch this video. What's it called? Making pickle pizzas or something like that. First couple minutes of her video, all about her kids. Kids running around, things like that. First of all, she don't know how to talk to kids. That's very clear to me, okay? Now, if you're going to be a family vlogging channel and you're going to use your kids for videos, you better get ready, okay, that anybody in the world can come out there and criticize you for your parenting. So let me say this about Miss Colleen Ballinger, okay? First of all, Colleen Ballinger don't care, okay, about the parents of other kids, all right, number one. Never made an apology, don't care about any of those parents, those kids' parents, right? She don't care about those kids, okay? Kids that she has monopolized off of and gotten their money for meet and greets, book sales, merch sales, and views off of her videos for years and years and years. All those kids that bought that shit, okay? That gave her that mansion in Beverly Hills that she has, okay? She don't care about none of those kids. That should be very, very clear, all right? To anybody out there that has watched Colleen Ballinger in the last year. She don't care about any of those kids, okay? But I'll tell you what right now. That woman, she don't know how to talk to kids. I think we've seen that in the group notes. We've seen that where she's asking all that inappropriate weirdo shit. She don't know how to talk to kids. But I'll tell you what else she don't know how to do. She don't know how to corral those own kids of hers. Every video that they got them kids in, they are always running wild in that house. That's why I'm not a parent, okay? And I hope to God, listen, I don't ever want to run into Colleen Ballinger, but I'll tell you the one place I definitely do not want to run into Colleen Ballingers, okay? Ballingers. I definitely don't want to run into Colleen Ballinger, okay? I don't want to run into Colleen Ballinger at an Applebee's on a Friday night with them fucking kids, okay? Screaming and yelling the way they do in every video. Who does she think that is cute? I don't think that's cute, okay? You need to wrangle those kids, because those kids are out of control. And do not even come to me and say shit about what I should or shouldn't be saying about her parenting, okay? Colleen Ballinger done sold out anybody that, listen, anybody can say what they want to say about Colleen Ballinger and her parenting. And I can tell you right now, you watch 5 minutes of one of those videos with those kids running around, and you'll know, like I do, that she don't know how to wrangle them kids, okay? She don't know how to be a parent because she's spending all of her fucking time playing with rocks, okay? It's such a joke to her at this time. So I watch this video. Now she's playing guitar. She's teaching herself how to play guitar now, okay, instead of the ukulele. So I didn't watch this clip, but I slowed it down because I wanted to see what she says at this video, because this joke that she makes about the ukulele, right? And the joke that she makes is, it's good for me to learn a new instrument, meaning the guitar, okay? It's good for me to learn a new instrument because I should definitely never be able to touch a ukulele again. I ruined that one. Okay? Well, here's Peter Monn's prophecy coming true that I said a year ago that she was going to turn this into a joke, which would then open the door for other people making a joke about it, because now it's like if Colleen can joke about it, we can all joke about it, and then 2 years down the road, it's going to be birthday cakes with ukuleles. And the whole thing is actually like the birthday cake is to James Charles and his friends. That's a big FU in the face of anybody out there that accused James Charles of those allegations, believed those James Charles allegations, or went along with it. That's what that cake is, okay? When you are making a joke of a serious situation like that you got in a video and took responsibility for to your victims, and then you turn around 4 years later and you're making a joke. So you're making a joke about the fact that you were having predatorial conversations with minors that you referred to as your victims. 4 years later, you think that's funny. Can somebody please find the punchline to that joke for me? Because I can't find it, okay? This is why these people are so sick and twisted. Y'all want to know why people get so, they're like, why do you have an issue with James Charles? Why do you have an issue with this person? And they're throwing up a birthday cake in their Instagram and they're joking about James Charles. I'm sorry, okay? What world do we live in? Y'all, so many people out there want to live in this righteous world where this is right and that's wrong and this is right, that's wrong. But so many people want to defend James Charles and Colleen Ballinger. Okay, the question shouldn't be, why do I take such an issue with it? The question should be, why don't others take more of an issue with it? That should be the question, okay? And I've said this for years, and it's like it goes in one ear out the other. If this happened in your neighborhood, I can tell you right now, you wouldn't be like, oh, hey, Colleen, playing with your rocks. You'd be like, keep that old crazy aunt away from my kids. I don't want her anywhere near my kids, okay? That woman, she says weird shit to kids. I don't want her anywhere near my kids, okay? Don't talk to her when you walk by her house. That's what you'd say. That's the truth, okay? But when it comes to an online personality, this love that we have, this super love that we have for somebody that we will never meet in our entire life, right? Oh, it's a different story then. It's a totally different story then, right? Well, I saw this coming from a mile away. I knew this was going to be the start of it, okay? This is her saying, I fucking had enough, and I'm not sitting in timeout anymore. It's just like a kid kicking and kicking in that timeout. Mommy, 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 mommy. Can't I get out? This is her. This is her in her timeout chair. This is why Colleen Ballinger related to kids so well, because she is a kid, okay? She is a kid that does not know how to live in an adult world, right? Well, that's pretty scary, being that she's raising these kids and showing them on video and things like that, right? Okay, so this is her in timeout, kicking and screaming because she's been in there long enough and she don't want to be in there anymore. So she's like, you know what? Here are her options, okay? I can come out and do the right thing as a grown adult to actually show that I really care about my audience and I really care about the people that, you have to remember, okay? Adam McIntyre, Becky, Oliver, and all them, they weren't people that hated Colleen Ballinger from the jump. They were people that loved Colleen Ballinger. They were super fans of Colleen Ballinger, okay? So this is how she treats her fans, right? Okay, all right. You know, if this was like a fan just thinking that she hadn't given them enough attention, or a fan that was concocting stories, but we've seen the conversations, okay? We've seen it. We've seen where they go, where she goes, okay? She wasn't forced to do those things. She wasn't forced to get into all these, you know, group chats with these people and things like that. So I'm watching this. Well, let me tell you what happened a couple days ago, okay? So a couple days ago, let me pull up these, let me done. She do. I am getting me merch, okay? Oh God, my allergies are not going to start coming out right when I'm getting ready to take my walk. Do you see, this is why I don't want to walk and then film this video, because I was going to be a sweaty mess. I'm already a sweaty mess because it's 90. We should check the temperature. I bet it's not 90 anymore, but let's check the temperature up here and see. It's probably, I'll say 86. We'll see. Oh no, ma'am, it says 76 underneath here. Feels like 92. How is it 76 but feels like 92? That don't make no sense at all, okay? But anyway, I went over here to these Colleen Ballinger videos. So, somebody sent me this the other day, right? Colleen Vlogs. First of all, let's just talk about how she's ruined her career. Okay. Now, this making a pickle pizza video has been at 5 hours, 10,000 views. Her video from a day ago, my husband surprised me with Chapel Roan tickets, 29,000 views. Cringy adult woman gets excited about slime, 34,000 views. Don't eat the candy challenge, 47,000 views. Let's talk about my wedding and my honeymoon. Which one, girl? The one where you wouldn't stop vlogging when you were with your ex? That he came on Swoop show and talked about all that, girl? That honeymoon and wedding? Is that the one you were talking about where you're talking to Shane Dawson on your honeymoon? Girl, that's weird, okay? You are weirdo. Be on your honeymoon. Do your husband instead of wanting to talk to a bunch of kids and Shane Dawson. I bought a fancy new car. It sparkles, $60,000. Oh, she's so poor. Didn't she come out in a video and say she really was hit hard with everything she went through in the last year and people felt sorry for her? You felt sorry for her. You felt sorry for a woman that has predatory behavior towards kids. You felt sorry for her. Some of you out there, not my people, okay? Not my people. Hey girl, how you doing, girl? We know, don't we, okay? But you felt so sorry for her that she bought her a new car. Okay, well she must not be hurting too bad. Let me explain what happened to my cat. 46,000 views. Now this video is important and we're going to get back to that in just a second. Then she goes in there and talks about all this kind of stuff, making slime. She's always about the slime. This slime thing, who is playing with slime that is over the age of 10 years old? Now I know I'm going to get me one uppity 40-year-old grandma underneath her is going to be like, I love slime. I started a slime business. I make slime in my kitchen. My slime's got sparkles in it. Blah, 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 blah. Colleen, if she wants to play with slimes, just come out and say you fucking love Colleen Ballinger, okay? And you eat her ass every single day if you could. Why don't you just come out and say that comment? You don't need to defend making slime, okay? That's weird to me, okay? That anybody at Colleen Ballinger's age, what that says right there is, my videos are targeted for kids. She's come out and said that her videos aren't marked for kids. That right there should say to you, I'm making videos for kids. She's now done multiple slime videos on her videos, okay? On her channel. That should come out and say that right there, okay? And don't be coming out at me and saying this shit about, oh, you're coming so hard for Colleen and slime. I said the same thing about Shane Dawson. I never understood why Shane Dawson was selling slime. The reason Shane Dawson was started to sell slime back in in the day was because slime was real popular. Everybody was doing the DIY slimes. That's why Shane Dawson did. He thought he could make a buck off of it. Oh, who? Poor Shane Dawson that can't make a dollar to save his life, and he has to act like he's so poor. Yes, that's Shane Dawson, okay? That marketing Shane Dawson that was wanting to make so much money. I don't hate him for it. At least Shane Dawson now comes out and kind of acts like it's the truth. I respect him for that, right? But anyway, so she's doing all these videos. Let's talk about secrets, rocks, and breastfeeding. No thanks, girl. Are you going to talk about periods in that same video, too? Because I think I will surely pass on that one. And please don't call me Shirley. Please don't call me at all. The next one, does manifestation really work? I don't know, girl. Did you manifest the last year of your life? That would be interesting. Oops, I didn't take my medication. Girl, that is a problematic video right there for many, many reasons. The twins found my lipstick. Here she's got her kids up in the thumbnail with her. Taylor Swift live reaction. She's crying in the video for Taylor Swift. Okay. She puts Taylor Swift in almost like every video that she possibly can. I got scammed, 61,000 views. Reunited with my kids. P.S. Should I pierce my nose? Because she just got back from Paris to go into Taylor Swift. Drinking champagne at Disneyland in Paris, which is so interesting because this is on the heels, or this is right before her good Judy JoJo Siwa that defends her to no end on her 21st birthday got stone drunk at Disney World. Okay. So here she is, JoJo Siwa, drunk at one Disney World. And here we got her and her bestie from when she was like so young. They're up in here wearing them Minnie Mouse hat things, ears. I think those are so cheesy. I'm sorry, okay? I know so many people out there love them. I do not understand. I know when I say it, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it because if I say it, people get so pissed at me. I got friends of my own that love that Disney World. I don't get it, okay? But hey, listen, do you, okay? She do, I know. But here she is in this house. Oh, the next one. I flew around the world to see Taylor Swift. 83,000 views. Eating snails in Paris. 50,000 views. So the best views that she's getting, she's single, and she goes, that is such, don't ever come to me and say I have clickbait titles in my videos. Okay, that is all about people. The reason that video has 110,000 views, and it's her most viewed video in the last 6 months, is because people thought she broke up with her husband. That's what that video is about, right? Pack my kids' school lunch with me. Family vlogging channel, check. The twins heard the ghost in my house. Check. She got her kids up there in diapers and shirtless and things like that in her thumbnail. The Tortured Poets Department Easter eggs, Taylor Swift, and it goes on and on and on. Her most viewed videos are like 70,000 views. She's still got 3 million subscribers on this channel, okay? Interesting. Oh, she still got her Miranda channel up and everything like that. Okay. Oh, the last one is she got all. Oh, her second to last one from a year ago is with JoJo Siwa. Shocking interview with JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa loves to do those interviews, doesn't she? So, I'm looking through those videos, right? Because somebody had sent me this video called Cringy Adult Woman Gets Excited About Slime. Well, you got something right there, girl. Cringy is true, okay? Now, I don't know what she does in here, but she got a bunch of pictures of her stretching out this slime, right? But do you remember back, everybody called her so cringy? This is her, okay, playing in to what everybody said and making a joke about it. Hold on, it gets even better. On almost a year to the anniversary, okay, that the Cody Rants video came out with all the allegations about Colleen Ballinger, almost a year to the date, okay? This is Colleen Ballinger's response to this. Let me explain what happened to my cat, okay? Here it is. Let me explain what happened to my cat, and she goes underneath here, right? What's interesting about that is that in the ukulele video that she came out later, I think it was the beginning of July, or no, it was on my birthday. It was June 29th last year, my birthday. I think it was June 29th or somewhere around my birthday because we were in Mexico for my birthday. Around that time, she came out and she said, in that song, the only thing I've ever groomed is my cats, okay? Then a year to the day, she puts up a picture of her and her cat and she says, what happened to my cat? Okay, this is where she's playing into all of this, okay? And I thought, well, maybe she's doing this really subtly, and she's like, just trying to kind of like, maybe, this is where I try to be fair, and I'm like, well, maybe she don't know. But listen, when those things have been used against you, like those words and things like that, she ain't going to do something to bring more attention to it. I just talked about this with James Charles the other day with the DMs, right? And then I realized, like Donna Summer had asked me when I was listening to Bad Girls the other day up at the pool. Donna Summer had asked me from the grave in that song, do you want to get down? And I was like, yeah, I did that day, okay, with that pool lady. But I was thinking about that and I thought, oh, Colleen Ballinger is saying, I want to get down, okay? I'm ready to turn this into a spectacle. My views are for shit. I ain't got nothing to lose at this point. I'm going to come out and I'm going to ride this hard, right? And so I'm like, this is interesting to me. Then she comes out with this video and she makes a ukulele joke. And I thought, yep, as I knew all along. as I knew all along. And here we go. This is the beginning of it, right? This is the beginning of, this is the influencer way to do it, right? Don't say anything at all. Stay silent, sit in timeout until you can't handle it anymore, because all these people act like adult children, till you can't handle it anymore, okay? Then start kicking and screaming. Then we see that. You come out kicking and screaming. Then you get to this point where you're like, I don't give an F about any of this kind of stuff. I'm going to say and do whatever I want. This is where they show that they don't take any accountability. They learn that they haven't learned anything. They don't feel bad for anything that they've done, right? Then they make a joke out of it. Then all their friends make a joke about it. Then 3 years later, we got all these people that the reason why Manny MUA and Joey Graceffa never called out Colleen Ballinger to begin with was because they were worried that they might be doing videos with her again down the road. And that's exactly what's going to happen, okay? And people will forget. And that's a problem, right? Because let me read you, when I went underneath here, some of the comments that I thought were rather interesting on this video, right? So here are some of the comments that were underneath this video. Colleen, you sent me to the moon and to Saturn with that ukulele comment. Oh my God, this song, somebody said, okay? Loved the ukulele comment. You've still got a great future ahead of you, Colleen. So glad you're healing from last year. What about the victims? Do you care about the victims of Colleen Ballinger? You don't? I mean, here's the thing that's so interesting to me, right? When people want to talk to me about the comparison between James Charles and Colleen Ballinger, there is more evidentiary fact on Colleen Ballinger having inappropriate conversations with minors, and she was a lot older than James Charles. So when people want to make the excuse that James Charles was young and he didn't know better, and there's not even that much factual evidence out about James Charles, there is like tons of evidence about Colleen Ballinger, and she was in her mid-30s, okay? Please make that make sense to me, why anybody can excuse this. You're hoping that she's healing from last year. She's not worried about the victims healing. She's not worried about their families healing. She don't care about any of that. She cares about her almighty dollar, okay? Let me read this other thing. Oh, when you said something about that ukulele, I went, huh? What is she talking about? Then I laughed freaking hard. I love you so much. You're so funny. It is so funny. Isn't it so funny when you get accused of having allegations of having inappropriate conversations with minors and you know, grooming them to do work for you and hurting people in your live shows and allowing family members to hurt fans of yours and basically hurting your fans at the expense of just having fame and power? That is so funny. I think she is so funny. I think Colleen Ballinger should be a stand-up comedian. In fact, I think that Colleen Ballinger should go on Broadway with that show. Lost that one, didn't she? Lost that. So we shouldn't take these allegations seriously, but Broadway wouldn't put her in a show, would they? No, Broadway knew better. Broadway knew better than half of her friends. They were like, we are not having this gal in our show. We don't want our show to tank. She said that. She said she lost that show because of that. All right, girl. All right. Let's see. Oh, the ukulele comment. I'm having a terrible day and I needed that giggle. Love you. I know. When I'm having a bad day, I just love to laugh at abuse victims. Don't you? I think that is so fun. When you are having a bad day, I just love to think about like Becky being publicly shamed at that live show and then walking out and fearing for her safety that adult men might attack her and assault her. Something that most of us take very seriously. But you know, when I'm having a bad day, I just love to think about that and just laugh my ass off and get a good giggle at Becky's expense. That's some sick shit that you would ever even say that and endorse that, okay? Oh my God, I died at the ukulele joke. Still one of my favorite Colleen moments. Seriously? Of all of Colleen Ballinger's moments, as a fan of Colleen Ballinger, that's one of your favorite Colleen moments? That's really sad, okay? Oh my God, the ukulele joke. I cannot. This is 103 likes on it. I was looking for this comment, somebody said. Somebody else said, I died. Somebody else said, no, for real. I was gagged when she said that. I know, abuse victim jokes are so funny, aren't they? They're so funny. Oh my God, she should go on the road with that. She should take her kids on the road and she should do abuse victim jokes. Like that could be Colleen Ballinger's next big thing. I think she might really make it in that, you know? In case you guys can't sense my sarcasm at times, that was definitely it, all right? I think it's sick. And when people say that, oh no, like there's something wrong with it, where do you see that people are supporting her? 103 people under there thinking that the ukulele comments video. The ukulele video that discounted all the accusations against her never came out and addressed anything. In fact, put down her victims, okay? And made light of their stories. That one, okay? That's who Colleen Ballinger is. As an almost 40-year-old woman, that is who she is, okay? Takes no accountability, takes no responsibility for these allegations, not even slightly, okay? And comes out and makes a joke about it. all at the expense of trying to repair her career. And also, promotes her poor-ass podcast with her husband in there. That's who Colleen Ballinger is. And you know what? Colleen Ballinger has proved to all of us with this one video that she is exactly what everybody thought that she was. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys. I'm going on my walk, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.